Coming up next on the Legacy Journeys podcast.
And then Ashanti went into how, like, he likes to gamble, and he'll call her and be like, damn, I'm down $250,000. And she was like, what? Like, I need to come down there and get you.
Yeah.
And, and I know a lot of people, again, the commenters on, like, TikTok was just like, oh, he gambling away all their money and, this and that, and why she back with him. And wow, I'm like, damn, y'all can't get, I'm like, what? I want to know what he did.
Right.
To y'all, for y'all to think that he's such a bad person. And I'm like, the man is 50 years old.
Right.
He should know how to conduct himself now.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing to piggyback on that. Like, he's been in the game for so long. It's not like he just got rich overnight.
Right, and that's another thing. Like,
and then I'm sure at his level, like you said,
$250,000 for him is like not a lot of money.
Right.
I mean, I have
right.
Yeah, I have went to the casino and lost like $1,000, $2,000, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying if I could do that, and I'm nowhere near where he is, then $250,000 is not that big of a deal. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Legacy Journeys, where couples over 40 come to embrace the now, explore what's next, and evolve their relationship with real talk, real love, and a whole lot of laughter. I'm your host, Liv, along with my co-host,
Carlton, the host with the most, coast to coast. How y'all doing out there? And I want to always make sure I give my lady a compliment here. She looking nice and fly today. The glasses matching the shirt, matching the face, matching the earring, everything.
Matching the face.
Matching the face. The face look happy. Yeah, that's what's up. So listen, have y'all been watching Nelly and Ashanti's We Belong Together, their new reality show? Now, we did a review on episodes 1 and 2. Yep, we're going to link a card right there so you all can see it. Now, today, we are going to cover episodes 3 and 4. All right. So, like I said, if y'all hadn't seen the first one, definitely go check it out. And we're going to hop into this review right now.
Yeah. So, on the third episode, it's called This Little Game We Play. And so, it basically started off with her talking with her publicist because she's going to be, or she was singing the National Anthem at the World Series that was between the Yankees and the Dodgers last year, which I didn't even realize the Yankees was in the World Series.
Yeah, because they lost.
That's so, yeah. I'm just like, clearly we're just out of the loop. But then again, that's during football time. So, but anyway, back to the episode. And so, wait, what happened?
Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it already, we're getting ready to let it out. So basically it started off with her publicist. And the publicist, they were basically... Yeah, and you asked me what happened. So we moved into you talking about the World Series. And so they were having... Nelly came on and they were having witty banter about the Dodgers.
Oh, right. Because he said he was a Dodger... He was a fan of the Dodgers because of his granddad.
Yes, and he had a nice story behind that.
Yeah,
which because he was a fan because the Dodgers were the first team to desegregate baseball.
Yeah.
All right, so Jackie Robinson, they showed a little clip of Jackie Robinson, and he basically desegregated baseball. So he's like, that's always going to be his team. So he had a deeper sense, of it being his favorite team.
Right.
So he was giving her hell about it.
Oh, yeah. Look, he said he was going to have on his Dodgers gear, but I guess she thought he was joking. Nah, he was dead ass serious. Because when she got back from singing, he was decked out.
Right.
Hat, jacket, shirt, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and they won. The Yankees won.
Oh yeah, the Yankees did win.
Yeah, so he was giving her props, and he was like, "Yeah, my baby brought them good luck, you know, because she sang the national anthem." So
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool. One of the other things too with that particular episode was them showing how much of the blended family aspect of them two coming together.
Right. Because once they left the game in New York, they took the tour bus, which is funny because when she mentioned bus before in a previous episode, now don't judge me, but I was literally thinking like not like a Greyhound, but I was thinking a bus. I'm like, now why would she take a bus? Y'all, yeah, nah. It was, I guess, the tour bus.
It was the tour bus.
That shit was nice as hell. Cause she was like, yeah, cause it was funny because she was like, she didn't like that. Cause she was like, wait a minute. So why would you take the tour bus that'll take hours instead of just taking the plane? And now she loved it. And I could see why. Cause yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And so she was saying that it was important to her to have a strong blended family. And so they were traveling to Atlanta where they were meeting up with his kids because they hadn't met little KK yet.
Right.
And so they were all going to be together. And they were also having a Halloween party.
Yes.
So apparently, which I never knew this, and it was always being held in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's an annual Halloween party.
And so is it like open to the public too?
That part I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was like, this must be exclusive because I've never heard about it. Have you?
No.
Yeah, because he was saying that last year they dressed up as Motown.
Yeah.
And then the
Another
next
year they
time,
dressed up like G.I. Joe.
Right. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I love Halloween and loving to dress up. I just thought it was funny because I'm like, I've never heard about it, but maybe it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know if y'all know y'all people in Atlanta because, yeah, if it's open to the public.
You going next year?
I would love, you know me, I would love to go to something like that where I'm dressing up.
Yeah.
But see, I ain't like them. He had like a costumer. They had people, helping them get dressed up. But anyway.
We'll have that one day. But it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, to see that.
But what I also enjoyed seeing was the fact that her and his grown kids, and his niece and nephew, they all got along.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was saying that when they were first together, I think his daughter was like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter was saying that she didn't see Ashanti as like her dad's girlfriend. She seen her as Ashanti.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, now, they're actually friends now. Now that she's older, they're friends. And I thought that was really sweet because that's important.
Yeah.
When you have a blended family, especially when you got like grown kids.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's not always that smooth.
Right. Yeah.
We know because we had an episode about it. So, yeah, I thought that was real dope that they got along.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was their first time meeting their little brother.
Right.
And then to find out, which I didn't know either, that he's a granddad.
Right.
So Nelly got a grandson. I'm like,
so
damn.
his daughter made him a granddad, basically. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, he's a granddad. That was cool to see that.
Yeah, it was cool to see that. But I was like, damn. So I guess the uncle, his uncle, the baby's Uncle KK.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
His
uncle is younger than him.
I got that dynamic in my family too. I got an uncle that's 1 year older than me and 3 aunts that are younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got
see, I kind of got that in my family too because I know my cousin, well, she wasn't older, probably like maybe a year younger than my youngest uncle. And so, yeah.
Yeah, so I get that. But it was good too to see them kidding him about being 50. It was a very lighthearted scene.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was good. And Nelly also dropped some knowledge about the Black Cowboys because that was his theme.
Oh, that was
for the Halloween party.
Right.
And that part was when you brought up the costumers. Yeah, you got to tell them about how they was acting when they got their clothes and stuff.
Oh yeah, Nelly was trying on. Oh y'all. He's just hilarious. He was trying on them pants. He was like, yeah. He was like, these jeans are tighter than a motherfucker.
Right.
He was like, they don't fit. You must have quit.
Right. Yeah, he started imitate Johnny Cochran. Yeah,
Oh my God.
It was funny.
It was hilarious. And then she was struggling because, you know, like I said in the previous episode, that she's gained some baby weight. And so she was saying her boots, like, I guess her calves were too big for the boots.
Right.
And so they were both like struggling with their costumes.
Yeah, it was a funny scene.
But it was funny.
Yeah. So, and it was cool because he talked about the Cowboys, the Black history about the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I just felt
he was saying why he liked
the Cowboys and,
right.
and how they spread like the frontier, to help spread the Western frontier, you know. And I thought that was cool that he's very knowledgeable about Black history like that. You know?
I thought that was dope.
Yeah. So, and then it ended off with the Halloween party, you know, and them showing having a good time at the Halloween party.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
and then he had like T.I. there, and then apparently I guess Jermaine Dupri gonna be making some cameos on a couple of episodes because he was there again. Yeah, it looked like it was a good time.
Yeah, it looked like they had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun. And on episode 4, it was called Party People. And it was talking about the celebration of Nelly's 50th birthday out in Las Vegas. So they took the bus out to Las Vegas, the tour bus, out to Las Vegas, and rented a hotel. I think it was the Palazzo Casino and Hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's where they stayed, yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty chill. And that part was funny, too, as they was talking before Nelly went downstairs to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, yeah, that dude is hilarious, man.
Yes. He was like, what he do to Martin Luther King?
Yeah, I have a dream. And little white boys and little black boys can play on these slot machines or something silly like that.
Yeah, because he was like, there's a slot machine calling my name.
Right.
I said, now, I know damn well he ain't about to play on no slot machines.
Right.
I could see him playing poker or blackjack or something.
Right.
But a slot machine?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
nah.
Right.
And then Ashanti went into how, like, he likes to gamble and he'll call her and be like, damn, I'm down $250,000. And she was like, what? Like, I need to come down there and get you.
Yeah.
And, and I know a lot of people, again, the commenters on like TikTok was just like, oh, he gambling away all their money and, this and that. And why she back with him? And wow, I'm like, damn, y'all can't get, I'm like, what? I want to know what he did.
Right.
To y'all, for y'all to think that he's such a bad person. And I'm like, the man is 50 years old.
Right.
He should know how to conduct himself now.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing to piggyback on that. Like, he's been in the game for so long. It's not like he just got rich overnight.
Right, and that's another thing. Like,
and then I'm sure at his level, like you said,
$250,000 for him is like not a lot of money.
Right.
I mean, I have
right.
I have went to the casino and lost like $2,000, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying if I could do that, and I'm nowhere near where he is, then $250,000 is not that big of a deal.
On his level, yeah. Because what did we see that he was worth $70 million?
$70 million.
Yeah, because after we looked that up today, like, wait a minute, this guy worth $70 million.
So he's good.
He's good. It ain't
and
like he's gambling $20 million on
I'm
bet
sure
the $20
his
million.
financial advisor is not going to allow him to go overboard with his spending.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, everybody gambles. He said he come from a family of gamblers.
Right.
I can relate. I come from a family of gamblers.
Yeah.
Hell, I remember when we would go to Atlantic City, and we was going there before we were old enough to go, getting escorted out, and then not only that, dead ass. We were escorted out because we weren't 21 anyway. But that's just like. Everybody gambles. When you got money like that, it's just on a different level.
Right. Yeah. Then we were talking about
Drake,
Jay-Z and
Jay-Z. They were saying Jay-Z bet $1 million on the NBA Finals.
Right.
So, Yeah, whether you investing it, it's a risk.
Either
it's
way,
a gamble.
either way is a risk. But the gambling thing is, if you ain't got it or you're addicted, that's a whole
nother problem.
Yeah, that's a whole
But if
nother
you
problem.
just having a good time,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's his birthday.
Right. Ain't like he there all the time.
Right. Turn up.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. But again, that's just me.
Right. And speaking of the birthday, so the birthday party was nice. You know. Yeah. So Ashanti had some surprises for him, which were pretty cool. You know, she surprised him for his 49th.
They had Anderson .Paak there.
Right.
He performed, and then Kevin Hart showed up.
Right.
And so that was dope.
Yeah, JD was there again. Jermaine was there again.
Oh yeah, didn't you say Too Short?
Too Short was there. Yeah.
Too Short.
Yeah, they showed Too Short. Yep. Too Short was there. We already talked about Anderson .Paak, who Polo the Don, OT Genesis. So it was a lot of different celebrities there. And I'm pretty sure it's more that we didn't see.
Right.
You know, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, that was a good one. Then they showed in the at the end the next day. When Ashanti was showing.
Oh yeah, because he was like,
he was like,
yo, I was fucked up. And she was showing him videos of where they were singing his songs like a karaoke, and he was up there singing, "It's getting hot in here." And it was what was funny was you could hear, I guess, his mom in the background. He was like, "Yo, who is that singing? Like they out of tune."
Yeah, it was her.
She was like,
"It was Mama Jer."
It was Mama Jer. She was like, "I'm telling."
Right, I'm telling.
He was like, "No, wait. That's not what I meant."
Right,
he was like, "Oh, she sound wonderful." He was like, "I don't know what we would have did if she wasn't there."
Right. What would the band be without her?
I'm like, yo, this dude here is hilarious.
Yes, and it kept on going even to when they got to his
mom's house.
Yes, in St. Louis.
Yeah, and I like that too. That his mom, because he was saying that his mom loves Ashanti also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he was like, you know, she got two moms, and he was like, I got the dads. He was like, well, nah, just her dad, because my dad kicked me to the curb.
Long time ago. For her.
I was like,
for her.
Was it for her?
Yeah, it was for her. He was like, yeah, my dad kicked me to the curb a long time ago.
Okay, okay, see, I didn't even get it like that. Yeah. I didn't take it like that. I just thought he was just being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
they wanted to order the pizza.
No, they didn't order. The mom had pizza, and Ashanti was like, "Where is that from? Emo's? I guess Emo's is a popular spot in St. Louis." And she was like, "I hate Emo's." She was like, "I'm from New York, and you know we do pizza different, whatever." Right. And Nelly was like, "I'm from New York," mocking Ashanti.
New York's got the best pizza.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was like, "New York got the best pizza," mocking her. I'm like, this dude.
And then they had the monologue with him, right? The cutaway, and they was sitting there, he was like, yeah, New York has just got a bunch of rats. She was laughing. She was like, yeah, they do got a bunch of rats. They'll even go get some pizza.
Right. And then they showed a video of somebody taking a video of this rat literally, y'all, going down the subway stairs with a pizza.
A whole slice.
A whole slice of pizza.
Yes.
That
it was
shit
hilarious.
was funny as hell.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was pretty good, too. And then they talked about him relaunching the Apple Bottoms brand, which I thought was cool, you know, so we got a chance to see him doing something other than just performing on stage. Right. You know, doing some other entrepreneurial business.
Right. And I know y'all remember the Apple Bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, which I didn't realize though, because he was like all the urban brands, because I remember it was like Apple Bottoms, Baby Fat,
Rockaware,
Sean John.
Yep.
Beyonce had her Darien line. And he was saying that I guess the people, you know, our people started going more couture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, niggas got bougie, and so they rocking the Chanel, the Fendi, Gucci, Prada, and those, you know, businesses, it shut them down. which I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I thought it was dope that he's trying to, bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I could wear me some apple bottom jeans now, but now, of course, they had plus size. Back then I'm just saying, back
they
then
had plus size back then.
I think a little later, but when it was real popping, nah.
Yeah, because they was like competition with baby fat. I remember
yeah.
fat.
And so that was the thing, to have you a pair of apple bottom jeans or some baby fat.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought that was real dope to see him in like another element besides the performing on stage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I think their reality show is like a good platform. You know what I mean? For them to launch new business ventures.
Oh yeah.
You got a captive audience.
Yeah.
You might as well do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But listen, I don't know about y'all. If y'all seen it, like I said, I love them together. He is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, hilarious to me. Like, yeah.
So let us know in the comments. We got some discussion prompts. We want to know what y'all think. So how do y'all feel about getting a glimpse into their blended family life with his family meeting the new baby? Those ones, do you think they was setting a good example?
Oh, I thought it was beautiful. Like I said, how they all, because I was wondering, and based off of like the preview, how before they go into the actual show, I thought something was going to happen where that somebody didn't get along with her. Mm-hmm. That's how they made it seem.
Oh, yeah, to keep the drama going.
Right. Yeah, so they had a photo shoot. And so I thought there was going to be some issues, but nah, they got along just fine. And I love that. Like I said, I love them together, and I just hope for the best. Because I know they kept talking about, him and the baby and how he comes second, but I think he's just joking about it.
Yeah, it's just a theme, a little running narrative that he got.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think
he really feel like that.
He's not butthurt about that.
No, not at all. No.
So another question is, what are y'all thoughts on Nelly's gambling big money? Like, does it seem harmless given his wealth, or do you think it caused problems later on in the relationship?
I mean, I know she did say that, he would tell her to go in the vault or the, wherever they keep money at.
Right.
And get her, like, I don't know how much, she didn't say. But, again, if I could see if he did it all the time.
Right.
It was his birthday. They were at the casino. I didn't see a problem with it. Hell, turn up.
Yeah.
Because I know if I had it like that, I would be too. Just to have some fun. Not to get into a habit with it, but just, you out kicking it, having fun. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the last question, do you think relaunching apple bottoms during this reality show is a smart move? And how does seeing that side of Nelly change your perception of him as being an entrepreneur? Because a lot of people probably didn't even know Nelly owned.
Or forgot.
Or forgot that he owned apple bottoms.
Yeah.
So we'd like to know what y'all think about that.
Yeah. Like I said, he has the perfect platform to relaunch it. I don't see any issue with it. Mm-hmm. We used to, like I said, love, well, I didn't wear them back then, like I said, because I couldn't. But yeah, I used to think they were cute.
Nice.
I would definitely rock some now. So yeah.
Yeah. So, want to know what y'all think? About the show. If y'all been watching it, did you binge watch it? We're getting some comments in about people that actually watched the show.
Right.
So we want to know what y'all think. Is it going good for them? Do y'all think it's something that's gonna help them out eventually, or do you think it's just too much?
I think it's perfect. It's funny. Like I said, I was cracking up the first 2 episodes in episode 3 and 4. It's hilarious. Yeah. Again, I love them together.
Yeah, lots of laughs.
And I can't wait to see the rest of it.
Yeah, I got lots of laughs. And then, like I said, I get more respect for Nelly as as the episodes go along. So if you're getting value from this content, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that thumbs up button. And we enjoy seeing those thumbs up and the comments and everything, subscriptions, and it makes us want to continue to put out more content.
Yeah.
So you might as well do it. You've been watching this long. And don't forget, you see we got the swag on.
Yes.
Make sure you go to www.legacyjourneys.net/swag and pick up your own swag to help support the Legacy Journeys movement. All right. So with that being said, this is Carlton.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Legacy Journeys podcast, where we embrace, explore, and evolve relationships. We'll see y'all on the next video. Have a great day. Peace.